totally just focus this with my foot. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley if you are new, and if you are a returning subscriber, I'm really glad you guys are back for another video. I am all about lifestyle and productivity and being your best self, and fitness and wellness goes hand in hand with that. So today I wanted to share with you guys my tips for losing 10 pounds. If you haven't noticed recently, I might look a little slimmer in the face area. Over this winter time, I did a reverse diet and a bulk, put on too much weight for me to be comfortable, and now I'm in a cut phase. I'm going to link my coach Alex's information down below for you guys. He is amazing. I've been working with him for about 4 years now. I am so excited that he's taking on clients again because he is the best. He will teach you everything you need to know about flexible dieting and if it fits your macros. So Alex's information will be down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you want Alex to come on my channel or you want more health and fitness related videos, because you guys know how passionate I am about it. But with that said, let's get into the video. I do want to preface real quick that there is a difference between dieting and eating healthy, and I feel like the beauty gurus on the internet have kind of construed it because they'll do healthy fitness routines, and I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying that there is a difference between just having a healthy lifestyle and being in a diet or a contest prep. So this video is going to help you guys start a diet phase or a fat loss phase, the best protocols, things that you can do to adhere to it, and then following up this video, I'm sharing my top 10 dieting hacks and my top 10 dieting foods with you guys. I will have those linked down below. They will also be up here in a card. If you guys need recipe ideas, I also have my macro ebooks. I have a couple different ones, everything from getting started to on-the-go meals, and my favorite one, which is all of the desserts and pancakes and sweet things, protein ice cream. You guys see me make that on Instagram stories all the time, but I will have all of that down below for you guys. So with that said, let's just get into this video. I'm sharing my current macro split, what I eat in a day, and just how to start a fat loss phase. The first thing you need to do is educate yourself. Everybody is kind of in this like, what's the best diet for losing weight? What a lot of people don't realize is that it's not so much what you're eating, it's how much you're eating. Fat loss is always going to be calories in versus calories out. Are you in a caloric deficit for your metabolism? Whoa, Haley, that sounds like science. It is science. Fat loss is purely science. You cannot put a label on it and say, I'm paleo, I'm vegan, I'm pescatarian, and make it be a fat loss thing. It's not, it doesn't work that way. Let's throw some math up on this screen. 3,500 calories. That is 1 pound of fat, roughly. What that means is that through diet and exercise, meaning what you're not intaking and what you're burning, is going to eventually add up to 3,500 calories for you to lose 1 pound of fat. Are you with me? So let's just hypothetically say that through your diet, you're eating 250 calories less than what you're used to, and through exercise, you're burning 250 calories more. So your daily deficit is going to be 500 calories in addition to your body doing its thing. So in a week, you will have burned an extra 3,500 calories, which equals 1 pound of fat. It's not that difficult. If you've ever seen one of those ads for Nutrisystem, South Beach Diet, Weight Watchers, yada yada yada, you can lose weight and eat pizza and brownies and all your favorite foods. Basically, they're right, but all of these diets are based upon caloric manipulation. You're eating less than what you're used to. It doesn't matter what you're eating, it's just less. Now, I'm not telling you to starve yourself. Chances are, if you've never dieted before or you're new to exercise, your metabolism is fire. You hear it all the time, oh, my metabolism's so slow. It's probably not. If you've never dieted before, please, I beg of you, do not cut so many calories your first diet. Now, what's specific for you if you're thinking, okay, well, Haley, I get it. So like, what are my numbers? It's like a whole nother video because everybody's different. You may be in a position where you don't need to drop a lot of calories, or you may be in a position where you do need to be a little bit more aggressive. But again, save that for another video, or you can go ahead and message my coach Alex. Number 2. Adherence. People always do this crazy binge and restrict cycle. It's like they go super hard for a week. They're cutting out all carbs, no fat. They're like, I'm killing it. I've lost 2 pounds, and then they can't maintain it. So what do? They binge and they end up eating more calories in a normal sitting than they're used to. You binge, you restrict, and eventually you just continue to gain weight. I also want to preference that just because you're eating clean does not necessarily mean you are eating healthy. When I first lost a lot of weight and I had actually developed an eating disorder, again, totally separate video. I was really skinny. I was about 100 pounds. I'm 5'6". Surely over time, as I began to introduce other foods into my diet that weren't restrictive, they were just considered like healthy, clean, vegan, whatever, I started to put on some weight and I was like, what am I doing wrong? And I would always just like for a few days like cut out certain things, and then it just like never worked until I found flexible dieting and If It Fits Your Macros, which is basically allowing for like 80% of your foods to come from natural whole foods that are allotted in your daily caloric intake, and then 20% of foods, and it's not an exact number, but of foods that you enjoy, like sushi and pizza and ice cream. I love ice cream. So adherence just means that over time, it's something that you can handle. It's something that you can continue to do. Even with dieting, adherence is so important. So that's why people implement things such as carb cycling, where you might restrict your carbs for 5 days out of the week, and then you get 2 refeed days, or you have an undulating scheme throughout the week, meaning you go high carb, low carb, moderate, high carb, low carb, moderate. Again, everybody's different. It's all gonna be what works best for you. It's just like the saying that you should have a breakfast in the morning. That's not necessarily true. If you're not hungry in the morning and you really don't want to eat anything, you don't have to. Your metabolism will not crash, I promise you. Plenty of people do flexible dieting while incorporating intermittent fasting, meaning you might not even eat until like 1 p.m., 4 p.m. If you eat all of your food at night, you might wake up a few pounds heavier, but that's just because your food is still digesting, you have some water weight, it's not really like direct fat, if that makes sense. So if you eat a lot at night, it might affect your daily check-ins, but over time you will see that you will begin to lose weight if you're adhering to your program in the right way and you have the right coach. Side note, my dad, he's always been one of those guys who like cuts out carbs for a few weeks, feels really good, lost a few pounds, and then because it's so restrictive and he can't adhere to it and he doesn't realize that you can incorporate carbs, you just have to know how to do it, he'll fall off the bandwagon again. And no matter how many times I try to explain flexible dieting and counting your macros and all that, he just doesn't get it. So I want to make sure that you guys understand that dieting is a lifestyle choice, and it doesn't mean that you're always in this restriction mode. Adherence is also applicable to your training. You shouldn't have to be in the gym grinding it out 7 days a week, killing yourself and feeling like crap at the end of the week, and then not wanting to be motivated or feeling too sore to be, training like that again. Your training should be undulating as well. So if you're training on like a 5-day lift split and you want to throw in some cardio in there, or maybe you take 1 whole day for cardio, incorporate 2 to 3 HIIT sessions a week, do what works best for you and what your body feels right doing. I know people who don't do cardio. I know people who do a lot of cardio. I know people who like to do it when they feel like it. I think the main point to take away from this video is that it does have a lot to do with what you like to do and just getting on the right program. So what works for me? Usually when I diet, I wake up in the morning absolutely starving and I feel like I want to eat the whole kitchen. But for some reason this time it's a little bit different, and I've realized that because my calories are pretty low right now, like very low, and I'm not saying that you should be very low because again, you're different, I'm actually not eating before the gym. I'm doing fasted workouts, but I'm making sure to supplement my routine with BCAAs or branched chain amino acids. I will have them linked down below for you guys. You know I'm sponsored with BPI, so you can get 20% off using the coupon code HALEYCA. Amino acids are going to aid in protein synthesis, going to help your muscles recover. So if you're doing intense workouts, having those during your workout will help them to not break down as quickly. It is hard on your body and you should supplement properly. If you guys want to see a whole video all on my supplementation, my vitamins, things that I take to help me adhere to my program or do better in the gym, give this video a thumbs up and comment down below because I would love to share with you guys what my training stack is. I've been all about this Jell-O salad thing lately. It's with a protein cake, some Greek yogurt, little fat-free Reddi-wip, and Jell-O. It reminds me of like wedding cake or like strawberry shortcake. It's so good, super low in carb, very satiating, and I will have that recipe down below for you guys as well. You guys know how much I love my protein ice cream. That recipe is featured in one of my ebooks, but I will always have protein ice cream and this like Jell-O cake thing in the morning, and it's around 300 calories for everything and under 20 grams of carbs. I know. It's crazy. That helps me stay full until about 2 p.m. and I usually break my fast around 11 o'clock in the morning. Most people when they're dieting, they're eating like egg whites, maybe a thing of oatmeal, and for me, I need volume. Volume eating is the secret to dieting, and I'm sharing all of my tricks in my next video, so stay tuned for that. Coffee helps me a lot because a caffeine or a stimulant is going to help me feel a little bit more satiated, take that hunger away, so I will always have a little bit of coffee around 2-3 p.m. I try to stick to at least 1, sometimes 2 big salads, lots of spinach, get in iron, get in some good fiber, lots of nutrients. You want to make sure that your micronutrients, which is like your iron, your vitamin C, potassium, things like that, you're also getting in, because when you start cutting foods out because your calories are lower, you can kind of slack off on those. I also always have a Power Crunch bar at night. It's like my little treat. They're low in carb, higher in fat, so I make sure that I put that into MyFitnessPal before I eat anything for the day, so it's like already locked and loaded. I have to make sure I have the macros for that. So what is the point of this video? What have we learned? If you're looking to start with dieting, you need a program. You need someone who's going to know how to manipulate your macros and your training for you personally. So I really do recommend getting a coach. It was the best decision I've ever done. So check out Alex if you are interested. I recommend taking a week to track. Now what that means is download MyFitnessPal. I think that that's the best tracking app. If you don't want to download the app, you can just use a journal, but the app makes it so much easier. Track your food as accurately as you can and track your workouts. Also take progress photos. Kind of see, the reason you should start tracking your food and being calorically aware is just to kind of see where your metabolism is, what's like your average calorie intake for the day. Because if you're gonna use any type of calorie calculator on the internet, I'll have Free Dieting linked down low. It's a good way to kind of figure out your macros if you are not in a position to hire a coach, but it'll kind of help you to find a starting point. If you really feel like something's not right, always change one variable first. You don't need to diet, change your training routine, change your water intake, like just start with one thing. Maybe it's adding in a little bit more cardio, maybe it's cutting down on the processed foods, which are usually more calorically dense. Maybe you need to add in more water cardio, swimming. But always just kind of change one thing at a time. Changing one variable also helps so that you don't get burned out, because that is like one of the most causes for people slacking off on a diet and quitting. So that's it. I hope you guys learned something about fat loss, dieting, getting started. If you guys want more videos about this, please leave them in the comments below. You guys know how passionate I am about this. And I truly believe that when we take care of ourselves and we feel our best and we're being active and eating well, this is gonna help us in all areas of our life, because when you feel good about yourself, you just feel more productive and happier, you sleep better, you're kinder, and it can help other people because you're infectious, so you'll treat others with that same respect. And I truly think that this is like one of my keys to living a balanced lifestyle, is having a health and fitness routine. So I'm always down to share more videos like this with you guys. But as always, I hope you're doing so well. Hope summer is treating you very well. And if you guys have any questions, check the description box because I've linked everything that I've talked about. But as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye!